So the question here is, did Ocean and Rena visit one of these four towns? And the towns are letters F, G, J, and K. So it's a yes-no question. I'll start with statement one. Says Rena had never visited town J, and Ocean had never visited town F. Now, in the main stem, they tell us that Rena had visited F and G, and so that rules those two out because they tell us that they like to take a trip to a town neither of them had visited before. So we're left with J and K. So she hasn't visited J, and that's a possibility. And K, there's no other information. I guess Ocean hasn't visited that. But I guess and Ocean had not visited F, but anyway, that part has already been ruled out because Rena's already been there. And so J is a possibility, but there's nothing that indicates that they must have visited one of these four towns. So one is insufficient. We can't say with certainty J is a possibility, meaning they did visit town J, but it's also possible that they did not visit any of these four. So that's why one is insufficient. So Ocean would like to visit either town G or K. So this is a like preference. Because in the main stem, they tell us that they always chose to visit a town that Rena would have liked to visit unless Ocean had been to that town before. So if we look at our towns again, F and G are already out from the main stem because Rena's already visited them. And again, I think we can't really narrow down whether they did visit one of these towns, the remaining two, J and K. I mean, even though Ocean would like to visit that town, and he had never visited J or K. So that's a possibility, but there's no certainty, meaning it doesn't tell us whether Rena would have liked to visit any of these towns. So again, we don't know. They could have, or they may not have. So 2 alone is also insufficient. If we combine 1 and 2, again, we rule those two out, and so that's a possibility where Rena has not visited that, and Ocean's doesn't matter because that one is already out. Ocean would like to, so this is still a like, G or K. I'm going to rule out G with K, and Ocean had never visited J or K. So those are possible candidates. But again, it's not certain. They could go to one of these towns, but also it's possible that they wouldn't, because they say that we have no information whether Rena would have liked to visit either one of these towns, or it could be some other towns other than these four. So even when we combine, it's insufficient. The answer is E.